Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So, what time of the year should you start your farm? You know, that's a very important consideration. So, do you start it when there's a bunch of snow on the ground? Or do you start it when you got a bunch of fresh green grass, like right over here? When should you start your farm? Well, so that's kind of a difficult question, right? For me, I would probably say start your farm when all you got to do is put your cows out on grass, or your sheep or your goats or your whatevers. However, that's not always the most convenient or the easiest, or honestly, can you even wait that long? So for example, I have a customer coming to buy a couple animals. I suggested to them that they wait till April or May time, because that would allow the grass to get started. They could put the animals out there and have no issues. I wonder if these are deer prints or if they're cow prints, because I have a baby cow that could be causing these prints, but it also could be deer. Anyways, back to the discussion. You know, I got a bunch of really nice green grass right here. It's definitely starting to grow, maybe a little soon, but I keep forgetting to bring my thermometer out to check the soil's temperature. I know I've talked in previous videos about how I'm a weirdo and I actually take my soil's temperature to make sure it's happy, healthy, and causing no issues. But when should you start? Well, if you already have equipment and you already have round bales, there's no reason not to start whenever you want. Not everyone has equipment though, or round bales, so it might be more difficult to just start in the middle of winter or at the fall time, or whatever the case may be. So that really just depends, right? If you've got fresh green grass and it's April, May, June, go ahead, grab you a couple animals. If you already got hay, because you planned on grabbing some animals last year, and oh, there he is, there's Cheddar, there's Cheese. Mr. Cheese, I wanted to make sure Mr. Cheese was doing okay still. But like I say, it really just depends on what you have access to, what you can afford, what your concerns are at the current moment. If you have any concerns about the animals, that one is definitely 100% up to you guys, the people that are maybe starting your farm. When I started, I just took over an already running existing farm, so I didn't really have too many options. Are you really going to get bit by that fence, you idiot Jersey? So dumb. So many brain cells were wasted on you, child. But what about your land? Is it going to get too muddy and wet? Do you have a barn set up? Do you have water that can survive a winter? I guess you have to really take into consideration everything that involves farming. You know, are you buying a calf, a mama and a calf? Is the baby going to need a barn to survive the winter? Are you going to buy the animals and then bring them home and then it turn into minus 20 degrees and you have no hay and you have no barn? So there's a lot of different things to take into consideration when starting your farm. Timing is definitely one of them. The animals could also be considered. So why I say the animals should be considered is, are you buying a big mature bull or big mature steers that you're going to feed out for 6 months and then sell off or eat? Or are you buying a couple babies like Mr. Magic and Mr. Cheese over here, and they're going to need bottle fed if you take them from mamas, or they're at least going to need to stay here for another couple months before I would even consider selling them off to somebody, because again, they're going to need to stay on mama for a couple months. You know, this guy at least 5-6 months, because he was just born last week. So I don't think there is a perfect time to start your farm. I don't think the season matters. I don't think what's going on in your life really matters. There's just other things to consider. If you want to start your farm in December and you got a tractor that can move round bales and you've got round bales, go right ahead. If you want to start your farm, well, that's interesting. If you want to start your farm, what is this? What is this? Apparently his butt itches. We doing cow yoga? Is this some interest in cow yoga here, buddy? I would assist you with that, but I don't feel like getting that close to your butt. So if you wanted to start your farm in December and you were going to buy up a bunch of small square bales so you only had to feed by hand, you know, you go to a farmer, get you a wagon full, and go that route. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's a very viable option. But again, then you have added costs. So I guess it depends as well on how much costs you want involved with starting your farm. If you're going to go out and start your farm and it's going to cost you $400 in hay and you don't have $400, well, maybe you don't start your farm then. Maybe you wait a couple months till it starts really greening up and you can start your farm with $0, and then you have the whole summer to start buying hay, to start creating a hay store or a hay stash or whatever you want to call it specifically. And sorry, I'm moving some fence here so that we stop prematurely eating round bales like that. That's a problem. So there's things like that to consider. Honestly, whatever you guys choose to do, I'm sure you guys can make work, because starting a farm is not that difficult. It's really rather easy. Many people do it all the time with far less than what I have here. So, get out there, go start your farm, folks. I'll see you on the next one.